welcome. So, we have returned to streaming. And when I do this, it shows you what's behind me. The green screen effect. So, we have returned, and we're in for a night of chill, inquisitive leveling. So, we're not taking anything too seriously. We're not trying to optimize for speed. We're just going through and doing our thing tonight. Now, this is going to be 18 Inquisitive 2 Rogue. And we're currently level 10, so we don't have no holds barred yet, which sucks a bit. But, I mean, what are you gonna do? Joke, resist fire.
This looks like the underground
And of course.
Search for malicious content. Keep your guard up. The spectators may not be friendly.
And we are the leader of a public group. Now, along with the lag change, there was also a change put in to ranged combat where they changed the angle of it. So if stuff is really close, it's much less likely than before that the game will go, oh, yeah, they were behind you, so your shots don't land. So, hopefully this is resolved that a bit. Now, because we are Favored Soul and we are charisma based, we do have decent saves on our stuff. So that's good. So we can actually land a sound burst here and there for crowd control. But, you know, we're not really geared to have damage, and we don't have fairly important damage things like, say, extra spell levels. So we don't have any of that. And in theory, I could run through all of this and then try to AoE stuff down at the end. But because of the aforementioned gearing issue, my AoE is not that good. I mean, yeah, if I have a whole group, it will be better for me to drop Holy Smites on them instead of shooting. But for solos, not so much. And I also don't have improved precise shot yet, so that is another factor. Lots of light bearers here. Yeah, see, I can toss that, and it does 1 to 200. But when I can shoot, and my shot does how much? Also like 1 to 200. The shots don't take mana. And I can just kind of do them while running and all.
You notice words etched above this game. Ready room 5.
But of course, as I mentioned, once there are a certain number of them grouped up, it is better to, Now, you see, StrimTom put out a video of like, oh, you can just run through and you don't even get slowed down at all. It's like, yeah, if you're bringing people to mass hold everything. If you are not, then you're still going to get the movement speed penalty as things swing at you. Or, I mean, if I had better movement speed abilities, that would also be a non-issue. But I don't, so I don't. Now, I don't have good healing spells yet, because I delayed my Favored Soul levels to take the 2 Rogue levels. But, on the other hand, I have 2 Rogue levels. So I have things like Evasion, which is super useful. Especially because, you know, Trapper. Unfortunately, as a Trapper and Charisma based instead of Int based. So not only my Favored Soul, which gets not good skill points, but I also have low intelligence. So I have double bad skill points. even when they do come into range. That was not great. They're blinded from the other one, which again, my damage isn't high, but my saves are, or my DCs are, I should say. But this is not, by any stretch of the imagination, a speed run, because I don't have my level 12 power spike for ranged, and my AoE is not good. So we're just going to move forward. We have ways to advance, and we have ways to heal ourselves, because, well, we have scrolls. And thanks to the changes to Reaper, our heal scrolls actually do a lot when we're not in combat, which is another good reason to kill everything as opposed to zerging, at least when soloing. If you're not soloing, it really doesn't matter. What is that? Oh, that's right, I got spawn screen. What other spells did I get? Nothing. I did get Holy Smite. Yes, feel how slow we attack. We don't have our No Holds Barred yet from 12, and we also don't have our 30% ranged alacrity from 12. So it'll be a little bit slow going tonight, but that's fine, because we're chilling anyway.
Their luck has run out. The hordes of fury and the maelstrom princes have slain hundreds of their kind.
Just gotta wait for him. We are, of course, on Cannith. If anyone is in this level range and wants to join in. See, with 3, I'll just keep my attacks up, because that means I can stand still, and my hits start doing a lot more, because I'm stacking ranged attack power. Unfortunately, they're pretty much all going to wear off before the next wave gets here, but that's fine, probably. Not entirely, but it's good enough. And now we want them to group up. There's a little bit of a rubber band lag there. But this is fine. And my buffs wore off. Well, some of my buffs wore off. Now, does the skill boost give me anything? Not really. Like, it gives me jump if I need to jump. It gives me spellcraft, but I don't scale off of spell power. Go. And I'm just gonna help finish this up. We're not even going to bother using that key. We're just going to hit this and run. We're going to get some decent scaling in the next level or so from imbued ice as well, because we can just start putting points in here. So next rank is going to be 49. We'll get a second one. Now for part 2, seeing if we die to beholders. And this will basically be all the 8s we do. We're going to start 9s a little early. And of course we'll see if anyone joins us. The server's been not as busy, I want to say. I think a couple of the guilds transferred off, like the progression ones. So that's unfortunate, but I mean, what are you gonna do? There were free server transfers and some people decided that transferring is what they wanted to do. Alright, only 1 level lost, that's not terrible. Unfortunately, wait, did I learn Restoration? I did not. And I don't have Restoration Scrolls. So that's unfortunate. Try to lean away from the mic for that, you know, for your convenience. Yep. So we do not have high enough search and spot to auto-find boxes, even with our auto-find stuff from Inquisitive, so that is unfortunate. I mean, I can just do that swap, but I'm past the section where I need that. So yeah, we can put on our Radiance item that makes that at least buffs a little bit the ability for us to nuke things. And then of course I can switch to the trapping ring, which shouldn't be a problem. Now we have to wait because the last ones take a little bit to spawn. Oh, there we go. Anytime now. But yeah, when a double shot hits for like anywhere from 150 to like 300. Actually, let's see now. Yeah, it's basically closer to 200. Alright, that's 2 down. And now we should be able to bypass the beholder down there by making this jump. We still have to deal with these spiders, though. Oh, and a Fury Reaper. Fortunately, we do have Ghostly. And also, fortunately, in Heroic, these don't drain Charisma. They do in Epic, and it sucks. Unless, of course, you're a Fate Singer, like, in the Fate Singer mantle, so you can't get Charisma drained. But we are not, and we will not be. We will, as with any ranged character, we're going to be in Shirati. I won't say any. I guess there are other ways you can do it if you want to prioritize something else, but Shirati is really just the best way to go for a ranged character. Especially an imbue ranged character. Oh, and we fell. I didn't expect to glance off the side of that. Okay, this is fine. This might actually be faster. Okay, not if he goes invisible. Alright, 3 down, 1 to go. Oh, and they're right there for us. Handy.
Forceful wind threatens to send you off into the ether.
Okay. Need to be mindful that this last one's going to last slightly longer. And we'll take the short way around that involves not fighting a beholder. If you go over there, the beholder spawns. But if you stick to the edge and sneak around, no beholder. I don't think that I have enough jump to take the shortcut here, so we might end up having to kill oozes. Yeah, I think we have to kill oozes.
Misery ladder fades from view. Green ichor drifts down from
Fail?
branches
Oh,
above
80% chance. Based on how little that healed, I think that I was already in combat with something. It's okay. I'm not really feeling at risk here because my health pool is pretty bloated at this point. And unfortunately I can't take off the acid damage because it is actually something I have slotted in my rat catcher. I think the last one is like over there behind that tree. Or that's where it will spawn at least. Oh, it doesn't. But it is Fey Touch, so a little bit harder for me to kill.
The last of the arcane
Still, it's not too big a delay, and as I mentioned, we're just kind of chilling.
forceful winds threaten to
I haven't
send
been on in a bit,
you
so
into the ether.
I'm not gonna try to fully optimize and like Zerg, and also because this build has not yet reached Zerging power. I don't have the AoE for it yet. Alright, we'll try once more for a heal scroll. Nope. Okay.
Apparition materializes before you.
Yep.
Great. The shadow self defeated.
There we go.
Orphany awakens.
So even without splitting, it's still good XP in here. And that brings us to Vaughn 3. That'll be the last of the 8s we see. Unless I want to go old school and go to like the mines and stuff. Which could be interesting. You know what? I haven't run those in a long time, like since Isle of Dread came out. Let's revisit those. Could be fun. So let's take a look at what 8s do we want to do, just, you know, for old time's sake. We'll do Stormvalds, of course. We're not going to do the Elemental nodes. Elemental nodes, I'm just not well suited to them. I don't have the AoE for it. Yeah. I'm not going to do the Temple nodes. I'm not going to do Vaughn 3. No, that's Vaughn 2, rather. Or not Vaughn 2, sorry. Necro 2. We're not going to do Necro 2. We're not going to do Zorian because we can't. But we can do... Thrall is a... Oh, yeah, that's Delira's. We're not doing that because we didn't do the chain earlier. But, you know, we'll do Stromvold and Stormcleave. Haven't done those in a while. I mean, I could also do Spies. We're not doing Threnel. Threnel is a pain. We will do Haunted Library, though. Alright, so we're going to head over to, we'll do Haunted Library first, actually. So we're going to go to House J. Now, is this the most efficient leveling path? Probably not. But it's been a bit since I've done these quests, and I think it'll be fun to revisit them. House J. And I don't think I'll be moving for a bit here, so we're just gonna clear this instead. No, it's not you. Wait, no, that's Grave Robber. Haunted Library dude is over here. Check, dude. Whatever. This person. Oh wait, no, this isn't. That's Enemy Within, which is above our level. The library quest giver is in here. As I said, I haven't done this one in a bit, so should be a nice way to revisit it. There we go, Haunted Library. This first dude in here that you got into is a clay golem, which means he's gonna get healed by acid, which is unfortunate for me, but...
A musty odor fills the air, and dust covers everything in it. This door's lock appears too complicated to pick. The key must be hidden somewhere in the library.
And he takes less from my law damage too, but fortunately, that is not a problem. Will be... Oh, right, but because it is like the first clay golem. Okay. Can we open this so that we're all grouped up? Oh, yeah, there's the tome. Alright, good. It's much better at hurting undead because it does twice as much damage. Tome, and this is the key, I believe. Yes, to that unpickable door. I think there's a trap here, so we'll switch to our trapping ring. Oh, they added a sound effect. There's one to a wraiths that spawned there too, but I guess that's neither here nor there. Oh, there they are. Put this back on. Now the floor here is going to fall away as soon as we kill all the archers. So we do actually need to kill all these. We can't really run past, even though they are very non-threatening. We do, of course, do a little bit of reduced damage to them, at least for the front number, because, well, they're skeletons, and we're using arrows. And skeletons don't take as much damage from piercing weapons because they're skeletons. And while we're at it, okay, we'll switch to a featherfall item before we jump down. Ooh, a white. Another white. This door, on the other hand, I believe can be picked, skipping a big section. Oh, look. White's on the other side. Okay, fine. Get out. Yep. will switch things back. We do want to be able to use. Now, unfortunately, they can't be stunned by the sound burst, so I'm just kind of throwing it for a little bit of extra damage, even though it's not that much damage. This should be... oh, that's the loot chest. This one is the quest item chest. There we go. Now the question here is, can I solve this puzzle before the whites spawn?
Magical floor puzzle, and the gems on the wall seem to be the key to opening the door.
Wait, no, this has to go that way. Alright, these are guys I didn't kill before. They're not the whites that spawned. Those are the whites that spawned. That's what I get for not solving the puzzle fast enough. Now they're beating up on me. Boom off to the right is Rest Shrine. We do not need it. I'm just gonna head here. And this is where having AoE spells is actually useful. Because, well, they don't hit that hard. They are way better than my crossbow when there are that many dudes. Oh no, cloud kill. We're just gonna single target these down. Do we need to? No. We'll disarm one more trap just in case. Hey, it does give us the 10%. Excellent. Where did you come from? Okay, it's not going to kill us, but it's going to hurt. And this is why it's important to kill Fear Reapers quickly, because that hurts way more than you would expect things to hurt at this level. Now off to House D. For Stromvold and Stormcleave. Been a bit. Stormcleave, in we go.
Lush jungles give way to a plastic landscape. As far as the eye can see, gray silk and burned plants replace the green fecundity.
We're gonna jump down here pretty quick because we don't want to fight the kobolds. We'll just fight the wolves at the bottom.
Wolves patrol the area in search of meat to scavenge and blood to spill.
Alright, that was a miss. But that probably not lag, that's probably just projectiles being projectiles.
Rounding a turn.
And that's only 2, so it's not worth using spells on them.
Looming over the wastes.
I should have probably single targeted the only champ in there, though.
Appears to have caught an unfortunate traveler on his way to the outpost.
Yeah, but see, since these are neutral, Smite does even less. It's only dealing like 50 a shot. know, they specifically said they made that angle change to support, like, circle kiting. And it appears to have worked fine.
Let's proceed with caution. Xantalar's minions stand before you.
Take that one down, take these down. Oh, look, Plague Reaver. Methods, however, being outsiders, will take full damage from spells should I need it. Of course, I didn't need it there. There were only 2 of them. But still, it's a good thing to keep in the back of your mind that methods will take the bonus damage. Whereas, you know, natural things like wolves do not. Oh, good. This patrol is right here. That means I can group things up for a little bit of AoE at least. And then when it pops up blind over my head, that's not like it's saying I am blind. That's saying that the enemy missed me because they were blind. Which is one reason why, even though it's not dealing damage, there is still a benefit to casting Holy Smite on things that take minimal damage from it. One great thing about giants as a ranged character is that giants have huge hitboxes, so even if they're like moving, your arrows are less likely to just like randomly go off to the side. The bad thing if you're melee is like their default attack has like pushback on it, so it can be a massive pain. Yo, just a tiny bit of bonus XP. Alright. That's a Fear Reaver. Not this time, buddy. This time I saw you instead of just noticing that I started taking damage. So we take no damage from it instead of like half of a health bar. Which I think is a step up. Now, they might disagree since they're trying to kill me, but sometimes that's just not how things go. There we go. Another rune pillar lit up. Ooh, and someone joined. Since I do have these things set on public groups. Should be one more over here, I think. There we go. Ooh, got a regular group going. There are a ton of optionals in this quest that I like never do. There's a bunch of like quests. There's a bunch of like extra chests and side areas that really have nothing to do with the main quest objective. Like obviously you get the 4 things that you can use to let out the methods to weaken the boss and so on and so forth, but with power creep being what it is, you don't need it. depending on your group makeup, you might need none at all, or you might just need the earth one so that he loses his physical damage reduction, which is what I plan to do. Borean, yeah, you get to die. Now we do this fun, happy part with all of the archers, which sucks for a lot of builds because they're immune to a lot of stuff, basically. And that's a Plague Reaper. Let me kill you before we aggro the other guy. Oh, and I already spawned some. I forgot that they spawn progressively as you get closer, not like all spawn once you get up there. Build up some stacks. Soften them up so that we can one-shot them afterwards. So when asked if they could bring it higher, which we're fine with. Like, I mean, I was solo. I'm not really going to try to reserve slots for actual people. Unless, of course, people want to join. Obviously, I will take a real player over a higher, but like saying, no, you can't bring a higher because reasons, just like, nah, doesn't bother me any. Alright, that's another shard. Yeah, the higher is soft too. That's kind of what they do. You hide them away in a corner, and you bring them out to heal you when needed. I think this is the right way. Yep, that's the one. And another fun thing about them being blind is that he charged the wrong direction. Works with spells too, like if things are trying to cast ray spells and you blind them, they might just fire them somewhere random instead of at you, which is great because like Searing Ray will hit you like 5 times and it'll do a ton of damage. Alright, so we lit up all the rune pillars, we got all the shards, the time has come to go fight the boss. We're trying to shoot the supply crates to break them, but you can't break them, you have to like pick them all up and carry them, and they're heavy. And I mean I have 23 strength, which is okay, but yeah. That's just me getting by on having tomes and a Reaper hat. Alright. Incoming message from the big giant head. The message just says, there's a boss in here, go kill it. Which, you know, we can do. Alright. So yeah, we didn't even need to do any of them. Alright. So yes, thanks to the other member of the party, and the fact that we have an imbue, you might have noticed that he was taking 0 physical damage from my shots. But he was not immune to the law damage that was attached, so it still worked. These are... ah yes, that's my ethereal. When I have swim bracers for at 12. I just got them out of the bank while I was doing stuff. It's like, I'll need swim bracers. I have evasion and trapping, so Crucible is a thing, and we can handle Crucible. Actually, let's see. What can I do on this character? Let's see, just logged on. Like, I told him that the boss was down. Okay, which platform are you on? Twitch? Okay. Where is the ban button? I don't want to reply. Follow, whisper, gift sub, add. Oh, there it is. I was expecting a button that said ban, but it's a symbol. There we go. Got rid of the spam. Is he in? Oh, he is in. All right. Ah, cone shape. It's not as broken as it was before because the other stuff got buffed up to kind of match. Why am I not hitting? There we go. An extra 400 XP. A whopping 400. There we go, a nice easy 20k. It's a little long for 20k, but you know. Excuse me. Okay. Death ward going. Bless everyone. We did not get the components we need for protection from evil for everyone. Alright, hopefully with everyone here, we won't miss any of the gems or any of the bodies. Oh, look, a gem. But we will spam our hotkey for target interactable. And hopefully that'll let us see all of them. That's not what I meant to do. I wanted to pull the lever.
As the lever is pulled, the floor trembles briefly, and you hear a faint echo from the caves behind you.
Ah, yes, there we go. Corpse. Really don't want to miss any of these. Because it's a long way back if you miss one and have to, like, try to search.
Vegetables grow in abundance here. The area's natural beauty is marred by the impressive.
Right, there's one up there. Oh. I forgot that I was wearing that ring, which explains why they were taking so much less damage. I mean, I knew they were going to take not as much because they were neutral, but also dropping the spell power and the crit would have an effect. So I knew that they added the little exclamation point. I didn't know that they added an extra sound effect, so that's really handy. Well, I mean, it would be more handy if I didn't already know where the traps were, but you know. Anything that makes the game more approachable for newcomers is a win in my book. Wait. Okay. Wanted to make sure we didn't miss the corpse. Lag. How unfortunate. Well, it's not like it's gone away completely. But that it was probably too high of an expectation to have it gone completely. Right. Corpse here. Another one here. Right, just a mushroom. Is it a trap over there? Ah, that's where the control panel for that one is. That one, I didn't know. There can be corpses on these ledges, so I do want to make sure to check them.
This cavern is cooler and more spacious, even with the vertices of pipes.
You down.
Stalactites and stalagmites.
And we've aggroed a named dude, which is fine. And we could jump down here, just because, you know, it's theoretically faster. But I'm gonna take the walk just so I can check for corpses on the way. Plus, you know, trap bonus. Trap bonus is always nice. We're still down 4 corpses, which is a lot for this stage in the dungeon. Oh, there's one at least. I mean, you can get like 1 in the hallway and 1 or 2 in the back room. But having 3 still missing is not great at this point. It makes me worry that we missed one. Yes, yes. Alright, that's good. Now that we have stacks up, we'll pull the boss. The boss goes down pretty quickly, as do the guards. Oh wait. The last one isn't a corpse.
See a gaunt and disheveled dwarf huddled in the cage.
Or maybe it is. Darn it, we missed one. It's 8 plus the chief engineer. And this is where this quest gets long. Depending on how far back that first corpse we missed is. All right, where is it? Gotta go all the way back. Can't tell which side of the ladder is the front or not, which is fine. So we spam our find intractable key. Spam harder. Thank you, Cozy Bean, for dropping by. Enjoy your lurk. We have missed one of the corpses in Stronghold's mine. Is it? Oh, it must have been like really. Oh, there it is. All right. There we go. Nice 17k. Still, 9 minutes for 17k. Not terrible. And as I said, we are chill leveling tonight. In, so they're not cluttering up our log. Alright. And spies. Do I usually run spies and heroics? No. But it is right here. So why not? It's level 8. So we're right on level for it. It's a ton of XP. And it doesn't hurt your epic XP at all to do it. So why not? Oh, wait. There we go. these. And there is a lot of disarming work to get done here. So we're definitely going to keep the trapping. Alright, we're back. So, our internet blinked for a second there, which I thought we had fixed. I've done damn near everything possible to fix it. I've replaced hardware, I've replaced software, I've replaced a lot of stuff. And it still sometimes blinks out. And I don't even mean just my hardware. Like, I've gotten a new line run from the road, I've gotten a new modem from the ISP. It's just, yeah, sometimes it wants to cut out on me. Fortunately, I've made some changes to the recovery modes of OBS and stuff so that it is more likely to, well, not more likely, so that it recovers quicker from a disconnect. Speaking of which, I should probably make lurk an actual command. I have just enough jump to make it, and not enough jump to make that. So we'll have to do it like the safe, actual way, instead of like the cheating fast way. Go around to this side, then jump over. There we go. Come on. Alright, I was stymied by an invisible wall. Hate when that happens. Or maybe it was the valve. Well, 1 out of 2 of us made it, and that's enough to turn the valve. Go. Get both control panels here. Oh, that's Carney. Now, normally, carnies are interesting, fun people. But in this case, we're gonna say no to carnies. Oh, that's a demon soul. It's like, it's blocked? What do you mean it's blocked? There we go. And it has a slightly different sound for hidden doors. Very nice. Again, with the Fear Reaper. No way, Fear Reaper. Oh, right. I take full healing penalty because there's something still aggroed on me. You can actually get across that. If you have Featherfall and you time the air jet right, you can actually bypass this. Not completely. It only works for like if you're in a group and leapfrogging, because there's a quest requirement over here, I believe. Like, you actually need to do this part in order to get through, but if you're willing to, say, split, what kind of loop is that anyway? Carnage. Okay. Carnage isn't that threatening as long as I don't let it, like, get on me. Which, I'm pretty good at letting things not get on me. Oh. That's a bunch of dudes. And the Warlock will just cut through them like hot butter. Because of course he will. He's got cone shape. That's what it does. We're gonna put our trapping thing back on. It's like, something hit me. Turn, kill. It's like, no, go away. At least they fixed the thing a while back where the trigger for the dot would go off like slightly later than the animation. And by slightly, I mean like a second or two, which meant it was actually going off after they died. So you would kill the Fear Reaper, and then you would get another stack of the dot like a second or two later. And it's just like, come on, he was dead. Why? Why would you do that to us? And the answer is, you know, because bugs. Bugs are just a thing. Fortunately, I enjoy the level of jank in the game. Let's see. Oh, wrong one. Right one. Not that four, but it's a lot. I should have put up lightning resist first. I'll put it up now before I forget. We'll put cold resist up too because we're about to fight some of that stuff. Cold, lightning. See if we can get a heal scroll off. Nope. There we go. Go. That. Here. Ice efforts aren't as big a problem. Throw that out just for some blinding. And we'll mostly let the Warlock take care of them, because he's much better at this sort of engagement than I am. I should be good at picking these guys off, though. No one else has already done it. Oh. Yep, they're already down. I appear to be behind. Or we did something that made them not spawn. These are all possible options. We do want to have our trapping thing out for this bit. Oh. Wait, we can't undo it? It's probably just the one that has one head on the wall. No! Malson! I wonder what got him. Probably a lightning floor. Question is, like, there's no loot here. Yeah, we'll just finish up. Ah, yeah, they got some unfortunate boosts. Sadly, the lag fix did not fix that, because that's not like the server lag choking, which is what they fixed, or at least greatly improved. That is like server client mismatch, like sync issues. So it's different. What is this? Oh, that's haste boost. And cleric's off to bed. Said he looked embarrassing a bit. It's like, dude, I've got like 50 lives on this or something. Well, no. How many do I have? I have class completionist. That's like 14. And I have... 10 times 4 is 40. I have 7 racial points, so that's 21 lives. Yeah, so I've got like 30 to 40 past lives on this, not including epics. If we include epics, it's over 50 because I got most of those. PvP in Wayward Lobster? Really? Interesting. I've never actually PvP'd, but I also don't intend to start now. So I think we're just going to move on to 9s, which means Vaughn 3 and 4. Alright, headed off to Vaughn. We'll grab some more heal scrolls while we're on our way, because we're grabbing them from the guild vendor there anyway. And after this, maybe Red Fens? It's either Red Fens or just like say screw it and start Ravenloft early. You know what? I'll grab some before I need them. Grab a bunch of these because I don't care about plat. And grab some of these too. Not many raised deads because I'll just get resurrections later. But yeah, as for 9s, it's like there's Red Fens, and there's Vaughn, and there's like Threnel and Shadowkeep. Or Shadow Crypt, rather. And Shadow Crypt is something I don't have an opener for. Although, while the code was active, I did make a second account that at some point I need to go through and flag for all the flaggers, just so I have an opener. Let's see, we're not finding traps here.
The Blackheart trolls have made their home in the shadow of these ruined walls. They seem eager to repel invaders.
Now, one big benefit of taking our next level, which we're probably not going to do immediately, is that we will be able to switch boots. Oh, that is a Fear Reaver. Monster manual experience. Getting that win. Yeah, we can take 11 here, and that'll let us change our boots. Now we're still gonna keep a different set of boots as a swap. Because, well, we want freedom of action. Actually, we'll get the spell freedom of action, so we might not keep those boots so we might not keep swap boots on this life. I have in past lives where I didn't get the spell, because what we have for our next set of boots is actually super effective at low levels. The Golden Greaves, 15 damage reduction, which is very, very nice. Wait, Death Ward.
Majestic being of metal and magic glares at you on the cavern ahead. This inevitable is an original. Sole purpose is
Just switch to this.
to cheat together.
We have someone in party who can handle the AoE, so I will just keep my trapping ring on and stay in my lane.
Drow ambushers
Just gonna hold run against this door. Well, it's a good thing I picked up those res scrolls, eh? Alright. Where are my scrolls? Oh. He caked? Oh, he jibs? I have scrolls. I mean, and I have a 100% chance to land them, too. Oh, that's right. There's no chest and traps here. Lock me out, will you? I don't think so. And he dies at the shrine, so he can use it. Go. We have all kinds of scrolls. We got heal scrolls, we got res scrolls, we got scrolls everywhere. We got scrolls on lock, although I do not have scroll lock bound. Way off on my timing. Yeah, I know. You're not landing that on me. Oh, Family Reaper. Hello. He's casting Featherfall on me. Why? We're not going to jump. It's like, ah, well. That's the thing about these warlocks. He's telling me that he has 38 charisma. That's just their way of communicating how much charisma they have and how built they are. And if you're not familiar with the game, that is half true. They have an ability that lets their buffs also give temporary health equal to their charisma score. So what he's actually doing is buffing with temporary health, using a cheap AoE spell to do it. And, you know, as a side effect, I know how much charisma he has, because that's how big the buff is. Alright, I'm going to target the big boys, which is the Reapers and the Champs. I don't think I need this anymore. We'll go with this. Alright, little hitch there. No big deal though. Caster favorite soul is so last year. It's all about the melee and the ranged favorite soul now, apparently. See if I can get this. Ah, great success. Shake me. Who dare? Who dares to shake me? Or at least, if you're going to, give me a midnight howl. Or perhaps a rebel yell.
Locked gate ahead marks the outer boundaries of the Drow encampment. You have entered a new section of the caves. In the distance, never heard.
I usually go right high ground, which is probably, like, I see other people go straight. I think either one works, really. I'm about to get all my buffs stripped off, which is fine. Yep, there they go. We'll put them back up after we get through Beholder Land. Oh, 3 negative levels, and me without being able to cast Restoration. Is there a rune over here? Nope. There's one all the way up there. Oh, he got one. He just hadn't reported it yet in chat. Okay. And now my buffs don't last as long because they have 3 negative levels. How sad. Just grab a little bit of free XP over here. Is that a Fear Reaper over there? It is. Let's take that out first. Oh. That's way more XP than I remembered. 3k for just heading over there? Very nice.
A geyser blasts water into the air nearby. Powerful enough to lift a heavy weight.
Featherfall. stay touched. Stone guard. Really? So we've got damage resistance, so we can't just burst him down? I've lost characters in here on hardcore. You know, just fail a disintegrate save, and you get one shot. Now, granted, that's not quite the same because I've got a bunch of Reaper points here. Like, you don't have this much health in here at this level on the hardcore server, unless you like specifically build for health. And like everyone builds for health some in hardcore, but yeah, a lot of this is Reaper points. Not as much as I would have otherwise. The level drain has knocked me down a decent amount. There we go, 47k. Rank 52. Which means we'll take level 11 after Pawn 4. Then we'll get our damage resistance, but we won't get a lot more damage output yet. We're just gonna get a huge spike at 12. Well, like many builds get a huge spike at 12. But Inquisitive, in addition to the spike in damage, also it feels way better. Like the I didn't grab the quest. Like it feels kind of clunky before 12, like with how the attack speed is, but getting the 30% ranged alacrity at 12 just makes it play better. You don't feel like you've got so much downtime, like reloading between shots. Also, you know, no holds barred is where you get the real, like, power spike, like, I do tons of damage part. But for the smoothness of gameplay, the 30% alacrity is great. So, it's a great level. I haven't quite decided which tree I'm going to drop to get it. Like, I can drop out of War Soul and drop my Trance for it. I can drop Imbue dice from Rogue for it. There's a couple things we can do for it. And I haven't mathed that out exactly. A lot of it is going to come down to, do I take 12 as soon as possible, or do I hold it until I have full points? And that kind of just depends on the group that I'm in. Like, I'm not going to level in the middle of something if we're just kind of going, for example. Alright, we're not going to be doing much AoEing in here, but we are going to be doing traps. We're going to head left to do traps. We're also probably going to head right to do traps. Because, well, obviously we want to do traps for the extra XP. And, I didn't watch the Favored Soul that much, but I know the Warlock I'm partied with can solo here with no problem. So even if I have to like run around and backtrack a little to get all the trap XP stuff, we'll be good. I think we need to kill the two that are behind this before the RC1 goes nuts. He's gonna handle RC1. Yeah, once I do the traps here, I'm just gonna turn around and go to the other side. Because the Warlock is ahead of me, and I'm going to let him clear this, because he can, really, is how that goes. He does not need my help. He can clear it perfectly fine without me. Alright, does that one not spawn until after you pull the thing? I swear there's usually a trap there. Oh well, we're going to head this way. Because trap XP. here. Now you might think, what does this trap do? Does it just disable the spikes? No, it actually disables the collapsing floor entirely. So if you do that before you walk forward, the floor there doesn't collapse, which is handy. Alright, so it looks like our other favorite soul buddy here is also likewise able to clear stuff without too much issue. Of course, we can help out. We're not just here to do the traps after all. We're an all-rounder. We kill things, we trap things, we evasion things. Nice, he's doing the same as I am. It's just like, I'm gonna keep Soundburst on my bars just for the stun. And we'll pull this. Take you out, just because you're annoying. Same with you. I don't want my, like, Night Shield to wear off and suddenly I'm getting spammed with magic missiles all over the place. That's always a frustrating time. We do want to put on our Featherfall, though. Good. For a second there, I thought I didn't have enough jump for it. Which, again, is not a big deal. Mostly because I can put on a ring for 7 more jump. It's not a problem. He's probably going to pull this without worrying about traps because he has 700 health. We'll get our trap XP anyway. There we go. Only 20%, but there's at least 2 more that I can get over here. We'll put that one up. Yeah, the other buffs are fine for a bit. As we're just chilling. Weapon timing is hitting hard. Three, two, one. No. Should be 2 in here. I thought there were 2 in here. Is it just the one? It is 2. Okay. Alright, there's our 30%. Alright, there's no golems here in normal. Just a lot of turning. So much turning. This is what, Fs? Fs. I don't actually know the official names of the runes and the sigils, but I have my own names for them. Alright, the worm will be here in a second. I don't have freedom of movement right now. This is fine. I have high enough saves that I'm not going to fall over. Fire resist. Put on acid resist too.
Autonomous voice echoes through the fountain. This complex will self-destruct in 5 minutes. Please evacuate immediately.
Oh wait. Featherfall is very helpful for actually making those jumps. And I think I am noticing that I can hit from a wider angle than before. Or just trying to snipe these things. As I walk through the poison trap. This is fine. I might favor. Oh, double Reaper. That's okay. Double Reaper is really not a problem on R1. It's like, oh no, Double Reaper. It's like, what is it? Carnage and Fear. It's like, okay. Fear could theoretically be a problem, but, you know, not really. Actually worried about fanning the flame? No. We have evasion, we have levels, we have health. The whole explosion killing people out here is really just not a thing at this point. Find Haywire. Hello, Haywire.
Haywire gestures to the glowing core stuff. Like,
easy 30k. And what else is level 9, eh? You're already 11. You're 9. We're gonna take 11. And both of them are in for Fens. We get level 9 Favored Soul. I don't know what we get at level 9 Favored Soul. Let's see. We get Search. We don't get Spot. And Disable Device. Oh, good. And the Warlock's taking 10. Okay, so do we want Death Ward or Freedom of Movement? We have the Death Ward hat, so we'll take Freedom of Movement first. We'll take both, obviously, but let's see. That's an offense spell. We don't care about that. Remove Disease, that's what Heal is for. Remove Blindness, that's what Heal is for. We'll take Prayer. Find Traps gives caster level over 2 to Search skill. I don't think I'm going to have problems with Search. It's a spot that I don't have. Should I just grab Lesser Restoration? Or again, Lesser Restoration is... Thank you. Thank you. Screw it. We'll grab Find Trap. We'll grab Lesser Restoration. Do I need a component for this? I do need a component for that. Alright, I need components. What did I get? Lesser Restoration. We'll put that up here. Okay, we have 2 points. One here, and one there. Good. Sure. Why not? We'll just drag our new boost onto the bar because that's a just in case, like if I'm under level sort of skill. Like, skill boost is not going to be in the final build. It's going to go away when I respec at 20. But it's nice to have for now. Now, in addition to taking a level, we're going to go grab reagents so that we can actually cast Freedom of Movement instead of just having it on our bars, like not able to use it. Let me move! Lag fixes don't fix loading times. They're completely unrelated. Actually, they're not completely unrelated. There was a different set of lag fixes they did before where they redid how Reaper points are done. And that did a lot to address, like, the loading into Reaper quests. Because before, there was a much bigger set of lag when you logged into Reaper quests, and it, like, suddenly had to recalculate all of your health and everything. And now it's much faster. Like, you'll still see it sometimes, and, like, you'll zone in, and then you're like, it'll take a bit, and then your health will jump up. But it's much better. Oh, that's right, and because we went up to 11, we get another 100 health points from our Reaper points, because our cap went up. So that's handy as well. Alright, which one did they start going towards first, or are they waiting for me to choose as party leader? Right, they went to this one first. It's like, yeah, I'll stop and take one shot for 1000 XP. Why not? I mean, it's like, I'm not going to do a ton as far as making me level faster, but, you know, it's also low effort. It's like, is this really going to make that much difference? No. But as far as, like, time invested, it's also not going to cost me anything. Alright.
Burning wreckage and rising smoke overshadow the once proud refuge of the ancestors.
Buffs up. And our buffs last longer. Hooray, spell levels. He's 2 fighter.
watch the slime wolf with stern eyes. The attack could begin at any moment.
I like this perch. I can see a decent amount of the spawn points from here.
Sahagins spring from the water in all directions. The battle has begun.
Nope. They don't come up the ramps yet. Because they still have the outermost set of dudes to kill. This is fine. This is fine. Nope. I did get a shot off when I jumped, but I was unable to stay on my perch.
The assault against Vircha slumbers, yet Sahagin can now be seen destroying the village proper. Vircha shouts to you, "Stop those Sahagin! I will be safe until you return!"
Alright, we're stopping those Sahagin. Trusting that he will be safe until we return.
With the demolition attack stopped, the Sahagin will surely renew their efforts to kill Vircha Eternos. He will need protecting again, and soon.
So, I hope our Warlock friend gets here in time. I knew he was taking level, but I thought I took a long time, so I figured he would be, I thought he might be faster than me. So I was surprised when I was the second one here. Crits for near 500 at this level. Alright, I'm gonna need you to get off the guy we're defending. Thank you. Where? There it is. It's like, I heard the sound effect. Where on a Sahagin?
The second wave has been defeated. Vircha tells you, "Rest while you can. I will alert you when more Sahagin arrive."
Alright. We get a rest break. Okay, good. He is on the way. It's like the other favorite soul and I basically at the same time typed to chat. It's like, we're kind of on like
Vircha shouts,
close to the end. And so, you on the way? And he is on the way, so we're good. Well, that's right. They fixed that. Well, okay, that's that wasn't Black Dragon Bolt. That was a less deadly version, but they did fix Black Dragon Bolt to not be guaranteed death, which it essentially was for a month or two. Like, you get hit by it, you're gonna die, especially if you're in, like, say, High Reaper Ravenloft and you have to go through the teleporter room with those two iron golems. Yeah, you're dead. If they hit you with the Black Dragon Bolt, it's gonna tick for like a couple thousand. Like, I can't survive it. Like, you might survive it if you have the Unyielding Sentinel epic moment. But besides that,
the third wave of Sahagin has been destroyed. Despite
not
this,
really.
You feel they will press one more attack.
But they fixed it.
The water foams angrily.
I haven't gotten hit with it since they fixed it,
Appears from beneath the depths.
but I'm gonna trust that they'd have. All right. Gonna try to just kill the ads here.
Sarken's lifeless body falls to
Ooh,
the ground.
nice.
Without her
Got in
living
just in time.
The drowned zombies collapse as well. The refuge of the ancestors has been saved.
All right. And off we go. We don't have DD, and I don't have very good swim, so it looks like we're going to be doing this the
Smoking
proper way.
ruins by the Sahagin attacks.
Where is the ramp on this side? I think it's just right here, isn't it? Oh no, gotta go around. There we go. Climb the waterfall. And you wouldn't know looking at it from that angle, but there is actually a ramp here. I got used to... It took me forever to learn that, actually. I got really used to coming around from the other side where you go across the top of the mushrooms, and then got to a break. All is well. I got busy, I got distracted, low energy and whatnot. I had a business trip, but, you know, it is good to be back. Thank you for being here. Yes, yes, we have angered many opponents.
Sahagin guard the top of the ziggurat. It's clear the fish people are trying to find something inside the ancient structure. Giant magical barriers enclose this space, and the area beyond the barriers is filled with seawater. The Sahagin have made themselves at home inside this region.
Of course, it'll go way slower without my party members here. Still haven't scaled well, whereas our warlock friend is just wrecking faces. But soon, our time shall come soon. Okay, I got stuck on heart on top of a slave's head. Which is kind of a weird thing to say, really, but it is the fact of the matter, so we'll say it anyway. Sometimes the truth is weird. Especially if you're talking about me. Okay, just pull this lever. Right in your faces. It's like, yeah, try and stop me. Oh, that's a good way to try to stop me. Fear Reaper.
The bodies of dead Raven-Eye slaves litter the floor. The Sahagin are cruel taskmasters.
Oh, 2 Fear Reapers. If we let the other one get any stacks up, we might actually be in trouble here. Okay, fine, fine. It was just enough crowd control to get us through. Because the drowned aren't affected by the stun, but at least the Sahagin are. It's a little bit weird to actually try to pronounce that correctly. It's like trying to pronounce French words in a French accent. It's like technically correct, but kind of weird. It's like, are we gonna call him the Sawagan? No. That Sawagan? I mean, it's closer. But I believe, and this is actually in one of the audio commentaries in Temple of Elemental Evil, where they ask, like, what the correct pronunciation of Sahuagin is. And and it's like, well, it is of dwarvish origins, so therefore it will be pronounced this way. It's like, okay. So it's like Sahuagin, except there's a little bit of a there. So it's like Sahuagin. Ish. I think. I'm not 100% sure on it. I should probably look it up at some point. Now, sometimes I will just swim against the current here, if I have enough swim skill. But I don't. Like, if I were one level higher, or I were on, like, a proper rogue, where it's just like I had so many skill points that I'd drop into swim anyway. It's like, yeah, absolutely. If I put on a swim item, I'll have like 70 swim. What is this? Oh, extra chest. Collectible. Neat. I do like the little sound alert and like pop-up. I can see it being super helpful to new players because the old sound effects were there, but I guess they just weren't as obvious as these. And traps will absolutely wreck new players, and I think it can feel unfair. Especially if your character has the spot for them. Now, it was interesting hearing a review that was talking about the game. Like, they complained about, I think, like, low render distance and, like, enemies popping in out of nowhere. And they were talking about, not Kobold's Ringleader, they were talking about Waterworks and some of the wolves. And I saw in the comments on the YouTube video, it's like, well, they're actually not invisible and they're not like popping in due to load times. You can see them if you have spot skill. That is actually a game mechanic. But if your game mechanic is not easily understood by new players, then it's not always on the new player to learn, essentially. Mostly because, well, come on now. There we go. Because DDO already has a problem with onboarding in that it's hard to understand how complex builds can be, and it's really easy to mess stuff up. We went in a circle. We went the wrong way. Oops. See, this is what happens when you always take the cheat way of either Dimension Door or having enough swim to just swim backwards against the current. Sometimes you forget the right way to do things, like we just did. I don't know who went first. It was probably me and other people followed me, so that's on me. And possibly on everyone else as well. But it's definitely on me, too. And our music has died. Fixed it. Well, at least this way we get trap bonus. Oh, we went directly from 10 to 30%. Handy. Go.
At the bottom of the stairs, a group of angry Sahagin menace Fox.
Alright, so this is what happens when you actually take the correct route. You come out over here on top. In actually a good position to fight these guys, as opposed to the way I normally come, which is not leave me in a good position to fight. Well, I guess it still is. It's a very different position. Oh, that is unfortunate. Well, for people who don't have DD scrolls and they don't have the spell, there is a level... I forget what level he is. There's a... I think his name is Maliki or something like that. But there's a fighter hireling, a human one, who has the dragon mark, which is DD. Mikhail? Yeah. I'll disarm this. Do we get any more XP for it? No. But I'm disarming it out of spite, because it's a trap and it was there. Here we go. There we go. I mean, okay, so it took 9 minutes instead of probably like 7 because of our detour, but still pretty solid XP at this level. And you know, now that I have graciously and deliberately shown everyone what not to do, that's a learning experience for everyone as well, right? That's why I did it. Yeah, that away. So yeah, I know I've abused him before for Temple of Elemental Evil runs, even in epics. You camp him at the start, it doesn't matter that he's 20 levels under. Like, I just need you to let me escape from the gelatinous cube. That's all I need you to do. Fortunately, they did nerf Living Pool substantially. Or perhaps unfortunately. I'll say fortunately because before it was such a cramped and basically bullshit fight that I never fought it. Like, the cube takes up like half of the room or more and like paralyzes you on touch. Oh, House of Rusted Blades too. Yeah. There's all sorts of places that's good. Reach for the Sky in Sharn. The last piece of Sharn 2. Like, do you really want to fight all those Forge Wraiths on your way back out? No? Have I got a deal for you? For the low, low price of a few plat. You too can use Dimension Door. And you don't have to hunt for rare scrolls for it either.
Iona whispers from your backpack. I bet I can just... There we go. Good luck.
Oh, well, you're just set. You're like, nope. It's like, I have had it with ever not having access to this. It's like, this is now just part of my standard loadout. He will never leave me.
whispers. The cloud stirs. Let my staff show you the way.
Oh, our warlock friend is leaving. This is fine. It will make it substantially slower, though, and more difficult for the groups. Because he was our best AoE. Alright, we're gonna kill these guys, just because I don't want alert. I think he was right. I think it is this way. Alright, nestings go first. Because they AoE heal like a ridiculous amount. And what's bad about AoE heal? Well, when you have single target damage and AoE healing, it's a problem. I should look into a hireling bag. Could be handy. Just for like the special ones like him and maybe like some of the rogue hirelings, like the high level ones. That's a Plague Reaper. Nesting champ down. Nesting non-champ down. Senpai has noticed us. I mean, Guardian has noticed us. And sometimes there's a Guardian Senpai, but that's mostly a Destiny 2 thing.
Iona whispers, Guardian has noticed you.
I know he noticed me. He noticed me because I shot him. So I have 2 rogue and the rest favored soul. So I have AoE options, but they don't hit very hard on neutral things like scorpions. So I only really use my AoEs if it's like a lot of guys. Like anything less than like 5 or 6 is just not worth it. And specifically with the nesting scorpions, how they have like spam their AoE, it's really better for us to single target them down. Okay, that was like a whole system freeze up. Like, I don't know if you guys caught that, but my computer just kind of sort of hung for a second there. Music stopped too. So yeah, I'm a favored soul, but I'm not geared for it, and I'm not spec'd for it. So my AoE options are limited. But if it's something like Undead, something that takes extra damage from Smite, then yeah, it's definitely worth it. Like there's a big pack of zombies, then I'll drop some Holy Smites on it. And also, as far as AoE goes, it's not so much for the damage, but I am still Charisma based, and I have Sound Burst, and so it's got a decent DC on it. So I can use it for crowd control. Like that. Which is also handy. So I have some AoE options, and I will have more as I level. Like, eventually I'll get, I think, a level 9 spell, maybe 2. Because I have 2 levels of rogue, so I'm not going to get my full complement of level 9 spells, but I'll get enough to at least get, like, the big ones, which should still be moderately effective AoE / crowd control, even without speccing for them. Oh, that's a Fear Reaper. One stack. One stack. Not bad. Switch back to the trapping ring. There it is.
The air in this chamber is dusty and stagnant. It must not have been disturbed for centuries.
There we go.
Iona whispers,
The Guardian has noticed you.
Notice me, senpai. The Guardian has noticed us. Yeah, essentially, because I don't have much spell damage on gear or anything, like, one shot is 200 damage,
Iona
or
whispers,
more,
There it is. We've done it. Behold the claw of Volkur.
and, and the AoE hits for, like, 50 to 100, depending on what I'm shooting it at, so you really need to hit a lot of targets to make it worth it. Especially because I don't have the quick draw that reduces the cooldown. Alright, now we turn these in and head for the last one. I'm not going to bother putting up a public group for the last one. Chances of someone being on level and looking and flagged are just vanishingly small. Because you can't red door it. Now, if you don't already have them, the named items here aren't very good on level, but they can be very good if you level them up and you do the epic or legendary crafting. Especially something like the Elders set and a couple others are just really, really nice. So I already have blanks, so I'm not getting them, but if you don't already have heroic versions like stashed away somewhere, they can be worth picking up. Oh yeah, the Cone Shape Warlock is just so easy mode, and they come online so fast. Like, there's a lot of stuff that, like, it's easy leveling after you hit a certain point. But Warlock is just like, you get Cone Shape at, like, level 3, and then you're just golden. Oh, looks like the other guy is taking a break, so I'm soloing the last. No, the good thing about EK is that what I found is that because EK, you're building spell power for your imbue anyway, and if you're pure EK, then you have all your caster levels. I found that at least for the like Inquisitive EK builds I did, that depending on what level range you're at, you'll use more spellcasting or more like Eldritch Knight hitting things. Like when you just get Fireball, it doesn't matter that you're EK spec'd. It's Fireball. You'll still just blow everything up because you're still geared for damage. That's just how things are. And then, you know, eventually, you know, when some spells start to fade out in effectiveness just because their scaling is not as far as it was, then like, okay, now I'm like, okay, I got improved critical, or I just got haste boost, and things like that, then it's like, oh, okay, well, now I'm doing a lot more with my melee than I would with spells. Or, of course, similar considerations to what I'm having here. It's like, well, okay, I've got some strike through. If it's 3 targets, strike through is better, but if I'm gonna do, say, oh, what is that level 7 one in House J? Like the Gravedigger, maybe? The one where, like, it's just packs of zombies, like 15 of them at once. It's like, No. Like, so you've got strike through. Who cares? Throw a fireball. Like, if you're hitting that many, throw a fireball. Or whatever, or a ball of element of your choice.
The Sahagin mage appears to be using magic to force a group of scrags into some kind of mining operation. A group of guards watch nervously.
Of course, I can simply choose to not fight them all at once here. And it's like, nah, I've got single target DPS. We'll just single target DPS these things. Of course, I don't have that much single target DPS. I'm like 2 quests away from having a lot. But I'm not quite there yet. Okay, so you're taking Sork for the Trans, or you're taking Favorite Soul for the Trans, and then Fighter because one more Sork doesn't give you anything. Fighter gives you, like, just proficiencies and stuff. And a little bit more base attack bonus if you take it early so that you can maybe smooth out where you take certain martial feats. Because I think that was one of the biggest things that annoyed me with my rogue life. Is that it's like, okay, now I want to take Improved Precise Shot. It's like, well, you can't. You don't have the base attack bonus for it. Too low. Or no, maybe that was a Wizard EK, I think. Or even Sork EK has the same issue. Like, well, you're fine on enhancements, but with feats, well, base attack bonus requirements. And you only get 1/2 per level. Not even like Rogue's 3/4 per level. I was gonna try to make a like a monk Inquisitive. I was gonna try to do every single one to every single one of what? Every single class as Inquisitive. I was just like theory crafting builds out. Now I've done a lot of them, so it's not all theory crafting. But when I got to monk, I discovered it's like, oh, there's no way to be centered with crossbows. So I'm not gonna play an uncentered monk. Like, that's just a bad idea. But I've done a lot of different Inquisitives just because, just for like leveling ease, like logistically, like not having to shuffle gear around. It's like, what are we doing now? Well, we're on a bunch of different charisma-based Inquisitives. We did Favorite Soul, we did I do Bard? No, I didn't do Bard. I think I did Fighter? No, I mean, last life I was Rogue. And I believe, and I forget if I did Charisma or Int. I think it was Charisma because it was annoying. Yeah, you don't get the Greater until 21, which messes with the rest of your epic feats a little bit too. But you know, sometimes you gotta shift things around to make them work. Do I really need to kill these? No, but I'm going to anyway. Because, you know, it's Dungeons and Dragons. If you're not murder hoboing, what are you doing?
The High Mage sits perched above you, protected by his magic. Held before the mage for the moment is a huge scrag. You sense its confinement is temporary.
Alright, let's just stand next to the Soul of Cruelty as a ranged class. Oh, he hit me once.
And his personal shield and the barrier to the north vanish. You can take
All
the
right.
fight to him
Well,
personally.
that was difficult. Fortunately, his His dot does less than 12 per tick. Ooh, nice. I've got a lot more than that to do. I think I have 7 racial points. So, however many lives that works out to. And I think I have 1, maybe 2 epic lives left to do. Essentially, I'm keeping with the Inquisitive builds for the ones that I'm taking to cap, because I really like how it performs at cap. And yeah, I know it's not the highest, but it's still pretty darn good. And I have a gear set for it if I want to stay at cap for a bit. But I think I'll go with something a little more easy leveling for the pure 1 to 20 grind for racials. Like something like Warlock, something like maybe Caster Cleric or Favored Soul. Even though they got nerfed, like, they're still good. You know, just some sort of nuker. Oh, hello, Carnage Reaper. How are you? I would appreciate it if you could not hit me. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you very much. See, sometimes you just have to be polite. I said I would appreciate him not hitting me, and he swung at me 4 times and didn't hit me. I mean, it's a matter of perspective. I did a lot of double epics to start with, mostly because it makes the heroic leveling easier. Like, once you've got a bunch, it kind of trails off a bit, but like, having a lot of martial past lives, so it's like, oh, nothing can really hit you for the first 5 to 10 levels, just because your AC is so high, is super handy. And at least until you get, say, 3 of each, so you can run auras. Yeah, Warlock is super easy. You get temporary health, you get, you know, WM1 to win. You got all kinds of stuff. Oh, another charisma-based one I did that ended up performing better than I expected was I made a single weapon fighting imbue-based Enlightened Spirit when they redid the Enlightened Spirit tree for that, for the imbues. I thought it was going to be, like, bad, but it was, like, okay. It wasn't amazing, but it performed better than expected. Didn't I already talk to her? Why is it going out? There it is. And my buffs are wearing off. So we're gonna have to refresh those here in a second. The downside to it, and the reason it doesn't work all that well, is there's very little other support in trees that actually give you dice. It's like, you have an imbue. Great. How many dice do I get? There's 3 in your level 18 core. Okay, how about in the rest of the tree? None. Oh. Okay. So it really doesn't get any dice until you get to your epic trees. Or at least no, like, appreciable amounts.
The water spirits prowling before you radiate both power and great evil. Yet the spirits seem preoccupied with some internal struggle. If you keep your distance, they might not notice.
I mean, even not doing racials, I'm splashing 2 rogue for the 3 imbue dice. But no, for racials, I think I'm going to be like caster, not an EK. Because, you know, I like casters and all. Oh, okay. You were spotted. I'm surprised that didn't hurt more. Gotta love evasion. Wait, why is he not able to be freed? I killed the guards. Okay. I hope that doesn't bug it out such that I can't advance. But I think freeing the drow prisoners isn't just an optional. I just need to make sure to pull the right levers here. Good, it is open. Shake it, man. What do you think I am, James Bond? I'd much rather be stirred. Stir me with your words. Inspire my spirit. And by inspire my spirit, I mean drop loot! They're very inspiring. Get evasion. Just grab that. Hickster Graz Jax. Is that your full name? Are you in trouble with your mom and that's what she yells? Because if so, that's kind of weird. To like flex and yell at someone when you're attacking them. Does that make that demon like a Pokemon? Just yells its full name. I mean, if you're just going for leveling speed, yeah. If you're trying to optimize for something like a raid DPS, or if you're trying to do special things like solo High Reaper or anything like that, then obviously you have other concerns, and maybe you want the power from the capstone. That's a lot of dudes. This is when we cast spells. And that's why I don't actually AoE that much, because as you saw, it doesn't do that much damage. But it is better than what? It is better than trying to single target them all down, going like pew-pewing. Of course, much later in the game, we will simply hit Improved Precise Shot and No Holds Barred and mow them down that way. But yeah, if you're only worried about leveling, yeah, Capstone isn't gonna matter that much. Unless you're, like, upping the difficulty while leveling, in which case, you're doing something a little different. That's really the great thing about, well, builds in general in this game is you see people coming in asking for like the best build or a good build, and it's like, well, what do you want to do with the build? Because the best build for one thing isn't the best build for something else.
You have breached the palace. It appears that the rebels have already established a foothold. A
Good for the rebels.
Sahuagin captain beckons you closer.
We might as well. Oh, come on. I have a 95% chance. I've got lots of spell points, so might as well do this. It's true, we don't know when legendary past lives will become a thing.
As she glares at you with pure hate.
I'd say not for a while, but then again, the racial grind also takes a while. Like, but that won't be ready for like another 3 years. It's like, yeah, well, how long do you think it's going to take me to get that many lives? Because I would say, I don't think they'll introduce legendary lives until the level cap is at least 36. Like, I can't see him doing it at 34. Not the Scrags. One thing that we have been very lucky with in this event so far is actually, and I can say this because the event is basically over, and I'm not going to be able to jinx it, no Reapers. No Reapers have spawned during this event. The thing is, I wasn't actively playing during some of the earlier level cap races. Like, it was at 30 for so long. That's what I wasn't playing at the lower ones. Get back here. So I think they introduced Epic Past Lives at 28, maybe? But, see, I wasn't around, so I don't actually know that for sure.
Its host on this plane now lost.
We're going to do the optional here just because. I do it out of force of habit. I don't even think they've confirmed that there will be legendary past lives. I think they've like hinted like, yeah, that's something we're going to look at eventually, but that's nowhere near soon. All right.
Great heat emanates from this pit, causing the water to boil up. This is the
And we cannot hold shift to fall faster, so we're just going to chill here for a while we eventually get into it. Oh, I also absolutely believe that they will do it, but I don't think they've talked about it besides... I think there were some comments on it around the discussion for how, like right now, Legendary XP is saved, so that when you hit 30, you can immediately take 32. Like, there were some discussions in there for doing that for, like, Epic XP as well. And I think also in the middle of that discussion was also the stuff about, like, Legendary Past Lives and how, like, that XP would work together.
The demon has been banished from Eberron for now.
Gonna give me a chest? There we go. And out we go. But yes, I absolutely believe they will have legendary past lives when they eventually raise the level cap high enough in, 2030-ish.
From atop this overlook, the Sahagins' underwater base is clearly visible in the inlet below.
Yes, I have all of those stashed somewhere. I have that stashed somewhere too. Alright, so we are now rank 55. And I think that's all the 9s I want to do. Like, most of the other 9s I don't want to do, or I don't have an opener for. Like, clearly, if there was someone, like, running a Shadow Crypt group, then I would jump in there, and that would get me most of the way to level 13. But that is not what's happening, so... Actually... I think we might just call it and make it a short stream tonight. Because if there aren't any other 9s that I would do... Oh, that's nice. But I think I am going to call it anyway, although that is a very nice, very, very tempting offer. I have been trying to fix my sleep schedule by getting to bed by midnight. And if I start something else in-game here, that is unlikely to happen. So we are going to prioritize taking proper care of ourselves, good sleep schedules, and we will be calling stream here for tonight. So our last order of business is to find a raid target. Who is on? You know what? I'm going to throw y'all at Cozy Bean. She was in here lurking earlier. Oh good, and I didn't get a pre-roll ad, so I don't have to wait. Excellent. Where's the raid button? They switched the layout around. Wait, what do you mean I used unraid? I did not use unraid. I think it got mad at me for changing tabs. Okay, so thank you all for stopping by and hanging out for my first stream in a while. I'm hoping to be a little bit more regular, and I hope to see you soon. Probably tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow, because I believe I will not be around Wednesday and Thursday. Thank you very much, and good night.